Welcome back to my channel. My name is Favor. You are welcome. You are appreciated. Thank you guys for clicking. Thank you for your support. Thank you to those who are new in this channel. Let us do this, guys. Let us grow this channel. And yeah, today we are going to watch this video whereby Africans has come together to discuss the homosexuality in Africa, whereby President Museveni was being placed as Chief Ambassador of Africa. Here's the video, let us watch it.
Now, the mistake of the Western, some of the Western groups, and I'm glad to see these people, wonderful people like the ones who are here, to know that in the West there are some still human beings who believe in normal life. The attempt to if there is a deviation from normal, if there is an abnormality, how would you seek to universalize an abnormality? And how would you seek to establish an abnormality as an alternative way of life? There are two ways of life, the normal and the abnormal, and then you put it there. If there is an abnormality, why don't you seek to treat the abnormality? And to isolate it, not to spread it. So definitely there's something wrong with these groups, the leadership in the West. There must be some serious issue there, some structural problem. I can't know what it is, because I have studied human evolution and philosophy. There's nothing, but there's something that's funny that is going on in some of these places.
Your Excellency, we asked yesterday whether we would have the honor to meet the father of Africa, the leader who has been able to stand in the gap for Africa against this attempt to have Africa enslaved again. And so, Your Excellency, we are very, very happy. We made a request that we want to come and see you. And we were requesting to see you largely for three things. Your Excellency, to see President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. You may not be appreciated much in your country, but whenever we watch you on television, you give value to our being Africans. Because Africans can also stand for something. Your Excellency, whenever we watch you, you give value to our sovereignty as independent states within Africa. You stood strong, and we watched you saying, so be it. But Uganda have their values, Uganda has their ideals, and Uganda will stand for them. Your Excellency, what I'm saying is that you've stood in the gap for us, and so it was only befitting that we come, Your Excellency, and signify our salutations and respect and our happiness that at least across Africa there is a leader who can stand in the gap, and that is when leaders are born. Your Excellency, you know better than me, there is a time people who think they know and we don't know came to this country and took our best people away. And Africa survived slavery. There is also a time, Your Excellency, and as your keen admirer, I always watch you on YouTube from Kenya. People just sat somewhere in Berlin and decided there was nobody living here and partitioned Africa, and it went. Excellency, I'm making this reminders to underscore the fact that what we are faced with could be a bigger problem than slavery or colonialism. Your Excellency, a person proposing that there should be same-sex marriages or same-sex sexual relationships is a person that is not just attacking the family, but a person seeking to wipe the entire humanity out of the face of this earth. And Your Excellency, maybe I bring to your kind attention that following the leadership you are giving Uganda, together with the Parliament of Uganda, so many states are coming up with similar laws to deal with this human problem. So Kenya is in the process of coming with the Family Protection Act, which will be broader. There is some effort, very good effort in Ghana, good effort in Malawi, and of course, across all these states. We want to be able, when we come up with those laws, to refer to the law of Uganda, the anti-homosexuality bill which was brought to you. And so, Your Excellency, you will forgive us when we ask too much. We came and we knew, as your father we would eat, and we've eaten very good matoke, Your Excellency. But Your Excellency, the wish of these children of Africa in leadership, under your leadership on this matter today, is that maybe you will just get annoyed. Just get annoyed, Your Excellency. Just get annoyed. How beautiful, Your Excellency, would it be that that bill is assented to with all parliaments of Africa behind you? Just get annoyed. Your Excellency is quick to listen. We want Uganda to lead, and we are grateful for your leadership.
Your Excellency, I'm Judy Saliek. I'm a member of Parliament for Kwale District, and I'm also the chairperson of Equal Opportunities Committee at Parliament of Uganda. Your Excellency, what we are fighting right now is the promotion of homosexuality in this country. Thank you, Your Excellency. But what I want to add is, as Africans, as Ugandans, as lawmakers, as citizens of this country, Your Excellency, no amount of pressure or intimidation from the Western world can make us follow what their practice is in their own country. Your Excellency, Uganda right now should be an exemplary country to other nations. And I know that we are not alone. There are other African countries that are really supporting what we have right now at hand. Your Excellency, even the former President of America, Donald Trump, is not promoting homosexuality in America. There are others, these like the present president and others. With your powers, many people who are homosexuals are going to end up in jail. But what do I have to say about rehabilitating these people once they are sentenced? Your Excellency, rehabilitation can take place in the prisons where they are serving their sentences. That one can be done, and we have seen with the juvenile prisons in this country and other prisons for the adults like Luzira. We have rehabilitation programs taking place in such prisons. They can be given skills, they can be counseled, they can be rehabilitated in any way, Your Excellency. But the law must exist so that we cut down the issue of promotion of homosexuality in this country. So, Your Excellency, I must stand firm here. As a Lamu, as a representative of people of Kwale, as a member of Parliament, that I'm not objecting the issue of rehabilitating them, but let them be rehabilitated while they are serving their sentences. I thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much, Mama.
Okay, Julius Ariek.
Donor countries and the United Nations agencies as the response. Can you imagine that the human rights approach that UNAIDS, the agency that is supposed to be protecting the world from this pandemic, has a document called the International Guidelines on HIV, AIDS, and Human Rights that says that to stop AIDS, you have to legalize abortion, same-sex marriage, prostitution, and provide children with a radical form of sexuality education. These UN agencies are being now controlled by the donor countries and pushing agendas that are destroying the health and innocence of children and families worldwide. In particular, they are pushing, and one of the messages of the conference, an insidious form of sexuality education called comprehensive sexuality education, which brings me to my second issue for which we have great gratitude to you personally, Your Excellency, and that is that Uganda stood as an example when all the UN agencies were pressuring you and all the other ESA countries to sign on for a second round of what is called the ESA Commitment on Comprehensive Sexuality Education and linking them to sexual and reproductive health services. I've devoted a great deal of my life to identifying and exposing those programs on the ground, particularly in African countries, and those that are endorsed and funded by the United Nations and backed by International Planned Parenthood and their affiliates, including Reproductive Health Uganda, that are in every African country. They push a form of sexual social colonization by getting to your children and seeking to change their worldview on issues of sexual orientation, gender identity, abortion, and they teach them about sexual pleasure and sexual acts. And we have their manuals used all throughout Africa. In fact, one we found in Zimbabwe.
We would like to appeal to Your Excellency. We so much admire you because of what you stand for the African values. We so much admire you because you are not standing on the fence, but you are being very bold and clear in terms of where we stand as Africa. And it is for that purpose, Your Excellency, that we would like to appeal unto you to be the ambassador-in-chief across Africa. To sensitize each and every head of state of these dangers that are in the new post-Cotonou Economic Partnership Agreement.
Mede Agnes, Member of Parliament for Butembo District. The Pope has guided the Catholics that homosexuality is sin. And how does the Church help with sin or society? In the Catholic Church, the sinners go for confession, and the rest of the society offers a supportive environment of counseling and healing. Homosexuality is biblical, as it is noted in Sodom and Gomorrah. So, the first school in society is the family. What you put in your child's mind as values is what they go to do out there. So, we should concentrate more on helping the families build values, working with the church elders, working with traditional leaders to facilitate them to rehabilitate family. Those who promote homosexuality, they are criminal laws. Then the issue about establishing the institute to rehabilitate that. I'm sorry, just as Honorable Variomus alluded that homosexualities don't multiply, but only multiply through recruitment, I'm afraid the center may run short of clients and instead promote more homosexuals. Thank you.
Dr. O? Odoi Fox Odoi. Fox Odoi is not a doctor. I know Odoi. Now, do we agree? Do we agree? Because we must, this is the core issue. Do we agree that a homosexual is a psychological pervert? I want Baryomosi and Ayume to come and say either yes or no on the microphone. A psychological pervert, being perverted psychologically. Is that correct or not correct?
Co-perverts.
They are perverts. Thank you very much.
Yes, I also want to confirm that they are psychologically perverted and the condition is reversible.
Absolutely. Yes. So thank you. And we answer that. This original homosexual, what is his problem? Is it, for me I thought it was hormonal. But Wahome is saying no, it is not hormonal, it is psychological. Huh? Yes. But because of me, I have been asking these questions whenever this issue comes up, and when we discuss with these lecturers from the Western countries who come to lecture us, I tell them that there is no way, because the homosexual, the few cases which we had here were definitely deviations from the normal. They are deviations from the normal. They are deviants. They are not the normal.